Good day, students. Today, our topic is all about mean, median, and mode of group data. So let's have first the mean, or finding the mean of group data. So in finding the mean of group data, we have a formula of mean is equal to the summation of f of x over summation of f, wherein f is the frequency of the class interval and f of x is the product of frequency and mid value, which is the x. Like for example, the time taken in minutes for a group of teenagers to cycle between two parks is recorded, wherein the time taken minutes we have is x is greater than 15 but equal and less than to 20, which is the number of teenagers is 5, and x is greater than 20 but equal and less than to 25. The number of teenagers is 10. Next, x is greater than 25 but less than and equal to 30. The number of teenagers is 20. Next, x is greater than 30 but equal and less than to 35, wherein the number of teenagers is 15. Next, x is greater than 35 but equal and less than to 40, which is the number of teenagers is 18. So to get the mean of this group data, we need to have a frequency table, which is the first one is the time taken or the x minutes. Next is the frequency or the f of x. Next is the mid value. And next is the f of x or the product of frequency and mid value. Okay, so the frequency of 15 and 20 is 5. The frequency of 20 and 25 is 10. The frequency of 20 and 30 is 20. And the frequency of 30 and 35 is 15. And the frequency of 35 and 40 is 18. Okay? So to get the mid value, you need to add the lower boundary to the upper boundary. So like for example in here, we have 15 and 20. So 15 plus 20 divided by 2. Okay? So 15 plus 20 is 35. 35 divided by 2 is 17.5. So next we have 20 and 25. So 20 plus 25 is 45 and 45 divided by 2 is 22.5. Next, 25 and 30 or 55. So 55 divided by 2 is 27.5. Next, 30 plus 35 is 65. Then 65 divided by 2 is 32.5. Next, 35 plus 40 is 75. And 75 divided by 2 is 37.5. So next, to get the f of x, you need to multiply the frequency or the f to the mid value, which is the x. So 5 times 17.5, we have 87.5. Next, 10 multiplied by 22.5, we have 225. Next, 20 multiplied by 27.5, we have 550. Next, 15 multiplied by 32.5, we have 487.5. Next, 18 multiplied by 37.5, we have 675. The next, summation of x or the sum of all the frequency. So we have 5 plus 10 plus 20 plus 15 plus 18, we have 68. Therefore, the summation of f or the summation of frequency is 68. Next, summation of f of x. Okay, so 87.5 plus 22.5 225 plus 550 plus 487.5 plus 675. The total is 2025. So therefore, the summation of f of x is 2025. So next, we need to calculate the mean time taken by the teenagers to cycle between the two parks. Okay? So let's use again the table. Then the formula in finding the mean or estimated mean taken is summation of f of x over summation of f. Okay? So the value of summation of f is 68 and the value of summation of f of x is 2025. So substitute the value of summation of f and summation of f of x. So in summation of f of x, we have 2025. Next, the summation of f, we have 68. Then next divide 2025 divided by 68, we have 29.78. So simplify your answer to 2 decimal places, then round off. Again, so the mean of time taken by teenagers to cycle between the two parks is 29.78. Next, finding the median of group data. So the formula in finding the median of group data is L plus H minus C all over F multiplied by U minus L, wherein L is the lower boundary point, U is the upper boundary point, C is the cumulative frequency, F is the frequency, and age. To get the value of age, you need to have the formula, which is the summation of F divided by 2. For example, the ages in years of 100 people in a ballroom are recorded. Where in the age, we have x is greater than 20 but less than and equal to 30, which is the number of people is 25. Then next, x is greater than 30 but less than and equal to 40, which is the number of people is 33. Then next, x is greater than 40 but less than and equal to 50, which is the number of people is 18. The next, x is greater than 50 but less than and equal to 60, which is the number of people is 13. Next, x is greater than 60 but less than and equal to 70, which is the number of people is 11. So in median, we need to have the frequency and the cumulative frequency. So for the frequency, we have 25, 33, 18, 13, and 11. To the cumulative frequency, you need to add the frequency and cumulative and vice versa. So like for example, just copy the first frequency, which is 25. Then next, add the cumulative frequency and the second frequency. So we have 25 plus 33, we have 58. Then next, 58 plus 18, we have 76. Next, 76 plus 13, we have 89. Then next, or the last one, 89 plus 11, we have 100. So our cumulative frequency is 25, 58, 76, 89, and 100. So next, calculate an estimate for the median age of the group of people. Since we have the frequency and cumulative frequency, let's now use the formula, which is L plus H minus C over F multiplied by U minus L. Wherein L, we're going to use the median or the middle value, which is the 40 and 50, or the X is greater than 40 but less than and equal to 50. Okay? Wherein the lower boundary is 40. Then the upper boundary or the U is 50. Next, the cumulative is 76, which is the C. F, the frequency is 18. The next, age, or the summation of frequency over 2 or divided by 2. So you just need to add all the frequency. So 25 plus 33 plus 18 plus 13 plus 11 divided by 2. So we have 100 divided by 2 is 50. So the value of age is 50. So next, let's substitute the value of L, U, C, F, and H to the formula. So estimated median age is equal to L plus H minus C all over F multiplied by U minus L. Okay, so L is 40. L is 40. H is 50. C is 76, F is 18, U is 50, and 40 or L is 40. So next, 50 minus 76, we have negative 26 over 18 multiplied by 50 minus 40, we have 10. So next, since we have a fraction which is negative 26 over 18, just make it a decimal. So we have 40 minus 1.44 multiplied by 10. Why it is minus? Since we have addition and subtraction, or addition and negative. So we have operation of subtraction. Okay. So 40 minus 1.44 times 10, we have 25.6, or the estimated median age is equal to 25.6 years. So next, let's have this one, finding the mode of group data. So in finding the mode of group data, we have a formula which is L plus F sub M minus F sub M minus 1 divided by F sub M minus F sub M minus 1 plus F sub M plus F sub M plus 1 multiplied by the difference of U and L, or U minus L, wherein the L is the lower boundary point, U is the upper boundary point, F sub M is the frequency of the model score, F sub M minus 1 is the frequency of interval before the model's class, or the model score. Then F sub M plus 1, it is the frequency of the interval after the model class, or the score. Like for instance, the marks scored by 40 students of a class in an examination are recorded, wherein the marks we have is x is greater than 0 but equal and less than 220, which is the number of students is 5. X is greater than 20 but equal and less than 240, which is the number of students is 8. The next, x is greater than 40 but equal and less than 260, which is the number of students is 12. The next, x is greater than 60 but equal and less than 280, which is the number of students is 7. Then the last one, x is greater than 80 but equal and less than 100, which is the number of students is 4. So in mode, we have a formula of L plus F sub M minus F sub M minus 1 over F sub M minus F sub M minus 1 plus F sub M plus F sub M plus 1 multiplied by U minus L. Where in L, we're going to use the middle value, which is the 40 and 60. Or x is greater than 40 but equal and less than 260, which is the lower boundary is 40, the upper boundary is 60. Again, lower boundary is 40, upper boundary is 60. The next, f of m, or f sub m, is 12. Then f sub m minus 1 before is 8. The next, f sub m minus 1 or the after, which is 7. So next, let's use the formula. So estimated mode, wherein L is equal to 40, F sub m, or f of m is 12, f sub m minus 1, we have 8. So we have 12 minus 8. The next, f of m is 12. F of m plus 1 is 7. The upper boundary is 60. The lower boundary is 40. So next, 12 minus 8, we have 4. 12 minus 8, we have 4. And 12 plus 7, we have 19. And 60 minus 40, we have 20. Next. So 4 plus 19, we have 23. 4 over 23, just make it a decimal number. 2 decimal place again. So we have 40 plus 0.17 multiplied by 20, or 0.17 multiplied by 20 plus 40. The answer is 43.4 marks. So the estimated mode is equal to 43.4 marks. And that's it. Thank you for listening. Let's call it a day. Goodbye, students. Happy learning.